Hi, and welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free from narcissistic abuse with quantum tools and understandings. And I'm in a different set because I'm now doing major renovations at the place that I was at. It's going to be torn apart soon, so I'm going to be doing filming from here for a while, and you can see that Tiggy is here with me as well, which is just beautiful. So let's jump straight into this Thriver TV episode, because this is a topic that so many people dealing with a narcissist encounter: infidelity. And the reasons for this are simple. Psychopathy, which is an inherent sickness of narcissism, means that somebody has the inability to respect and care for the moral code of others. Conscience is lacking, and there's no guilt associated with lying and cheating, because the narcissist is operating merely on their own behalf to fulfill their own agenda. So quite simply, narcissists are selfish, they're entitled, and they're all about themselves. They don't care about what they do to other people. They simply care about how their life may be affected if they are caught. Attention from other lovers is one of the favoured ways that a narcissist can seek narcissistic supply, which is the acclaim and significance to feed the false self to make it feel important. To have affairs and seek sexual stimulation outside of committed relationships requires pathological lying, which is why a sociopathic person is totally capable of doing that, including straight to another person's face. Narcissists feel like they can't survive on their own. They need another person to have their false and non-existent self mirror back to them. And a relationship offers that, no matter how sick and distorted it is, to have another in their life to allow them to believe that they are significant and they feel alive. Because when alone, narcissists cannot escape the engulfing of their inner wounds. So we may think that this desire for another constantly is about love, but truly it isn't. It's about addiction and neediness. It's about having as constant a source of narcissistic supply as possible, which includes fulfilling a sex addiction, which of course the primary partner can't meet sufficiently, keeping feeding the narcissistic ego to help it always feel propped up. Hence why outside sexual partners are sought. Now let's have a look at this topic about something feeling off. There is something icky and unsavoury when we're with narcissistic partners sexually that makes us feel uneasy. Many of them have come from histories of infidelity, and they may profess that this is not how they operate today. And also they may have bragged about how they have had many sexual partners throughout their life. Here are some things to definitely look out for. Lack of integrity in other areas of life, where they say barefaced lies to people like clients or family or friends to make excuses or get out of something, or cover their tracks for selfish, non-caring behaviour towards others. Sexualization, meaning that this person makes you feel objectified. Does he or she regularly make comments about your sexual or body parts and comments on your looks often, rather than connecting to your person's soul and emotions in ways that nourish your spirit? Ignoring what you're doing, connecting to or what matters to you, and tending to have conversations about your physical attributes or sex instead. Trying to have sex with you when you're not in the mood without connecting to you first in endearing and loving ways. Making comments during sex that feel off and even disgusting to you. Losing sexual response when having slow, tender sex and needing rough, hard or erotic sex to stay stimulated. Wanting sex with you when you're sick or tired, or for example, after you've had major surgery with no regard for your health, well-being or feelings. Keeping and watching pornography of previous lovers. Making dossiers of women and keeping albums and files on them like trophies, including explicit and intimate photos. Refusing to take personal responsibility for their sexually pushy or objectifying behaviour. constantly questioning your fidelity, which is pathological jealousy, or believing that you would never stray because there is no better man or woman than what they are, and they believe that you would never look elsewhere. That's grandiosity. Ability to start dating straight away after a breakup or the death of a partner with no time taken out to heal, mourn, or reflect. The truth is, if this stuff is going on, you're going to feel switched off and empty after sex with a person like this. Unless, of course, you're struggling with your own love or sex addictions, whereby the sex may feel very lustful and therefore satisfying to you, even though we're fraught with threats of others. The more you're in your heart and spiritual centre, the less fulfilling it will be for you. The narcissists need to seek lust, which is food for the ego to be satisfied with sex, is unlikely to be satisfying for you. And you're going to start switching off as a result of being objectified, and then you're not going to be able to satisfy the narcissist. And this is where new and extra curriculum partners are required to satisfy this urge. Rest assured, however, even if the sex does seem incredible, this is in no way a reason for a narcissist to not stray. Their ego is a greedy and insatiable entity. So let's have a look at this topic. We feel unsafe and unsure of what is the truth. Narcissists are generally very skilled at cheating and covering their tracks. They will say whatever they need to make you believe that your gut feelings are wrong. And they will hide information. They will do things like put lovers under names that would never be suspected in their phones, as well as lock down certain information and details. Many narcissists have been playing these infidelity games for decades. They may also profess that they always tell you the truth, even though you might have caught them out on lies. If a person grandstands to you, "I've never lied to you," when you've caught them out on lies, make no mistake, this person is a sociopath. They have zero ability to take personal responsibility and face up to the fact that they have lied, and trust needs to be regained. The narcissist is not interested in doing this. They're only interested in telling you what they wish to in order to keep operating as they do in their delusional version of reality. It can be very easy to doubt yourself when someone is looking you straight in the eye and professing that they have nothing to hide and that you've nothing to worry about, when your twisting gut tells you otherwise. You know this person is capable of lying, as you've seen them do it in other areas of their life. And you know that they struggle with accountability, taking personal responsibility, and being sorry for their actions that hurt others. Why would they have a conscience regarding extra sexual activity? The truth is, if this person is a narcissist, they don't. Additionally, it's likely that you know this person has a history of sexuality that's unsavoury, and you know that they've disregarded people as objects in the past. Quite possibly, this person has left you feeling like this yourself. Maybe they've pushed sex on you when you weren't well. Maybe they've ejaculated inside you without permission or done things like that. This is what I believe, that when we've done work on ourselves and we are with people who have a conscience and intact integrity, we feel safe. Those who we know have poor integrity feel very unsafe from an infidelity perspective to be with. And really, why wouldn't they? If they can lie about other things so easily and are able to mine people for their own agendas, why wouldn't that extend into the arena of sex? It's very likely that it does. I love this saying, when we need to become a detective in our relationship, it is clearly in trouble. I couldn't agree more. Let's have a look at hoovering after infidelity. So many people have been through the narcissist promising that he or she will never cheat again. However, if this person doesn't have integrity or a conscience and isn't fully remorseful and taking complete ownership of what they've done and feels entitled to be forgiven, have it forgotten and just move on, which narcissists do, then it will happen again. Narcissism is full of boundary pushing. If a narcissist knows that they can get away with something and you will forgive, then they will just get smarter about how to cover it up next time. Even if he or she did try to be faithful for a time, the narcissist's inner fractures and distorted wiring that causes them the sickness of narcissism will reappear, and the narcissist will be powerless to stop their need to procure narcissistic supply from others again. It's an addiction, and if never healed, addictions win. So let's have a look at projection after cheating. Normal, non-narcissistic people, after screwing up and getting caught out, they tell the truth. They're remorseful and they cop it sweet. They don't twist and turn and line up the person accusing them with projections. The ability to do this is totally sociopathic and pathological, and it goes like this. Lie told after lie to cover their tracks. Then you being accused of being paranoid or cheating yourself. And this is the reason why the narcissist wants to break it off with you. Maybe the narcissist grandstands that it is all to do with the people from your past and your unhealed wounds as to why you can't trust the narcissist, meaning it's your issue and nothing at all to do with the narcissist's suspicious behaviour. This is where many narcissists trick their partners into relinquishing their boundaries, making them doubt themselves and think that it's them, even though their inner sirens are screaming. This is such a recipe for abuse, and one that is beyond dangerous emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, as well as physically. Obviously, you're exposing yourself to a host of sexually transmitted diseases to continue a relationship with this person. Narcissists often don't practice safe sex. To stay connected with a narcissist after this means that you won't have the right to question or check up if something doesn't feel right. Your boundaries and rights in the relationship are further eroded, as is your self-esteem and sanity. This is totally my suggestion if you distrust the narcissist. Be strong and assert your right to have proof that the narcissist story is credible. Check up, ask people, and don't fear looking stupid. Be prepared to lose it all, including the relationship, if you don't have your needs met, which means no proof, no truth. You can't continue a relationship without it once trust has been threatened. Refuse to be put off the track of receiving or finding out the truth. The narcissist will try to bring up every other subject to divert you and get you off topic. Don't allow it. A true and honourable partner who cares about you will allow this and will have nothing to hide. It's only people with something to hide who are resistant to this. I had an experience with an ex-sociopathic partner when he went missing, wouldn't answer his phone, and then called me half an hour later from the echo chamber of a toilet. He apparently was having a drink with a friend who he refused to verify, and he would not allow me to meet them both for a drink. This alibi turned out to not even be in the country at the time, which I discovered when ringing the wife's workplace. Then when he realised he was caught out on that lie, which he'd previously defended with explicit lie after lie, the story changed to not even meeting up with anyone, going for a drive instead to think, and then dropping in a pub by himself for a drink, and then returning my call from the toilet for privacy. Please, really? Yet I knew this was also lies. Previously, I'd asked his housemate about that night, and he told me the sociopath had rushed down a roast chicken dinner that his housemate had cooked him because he was running late to meet someone for drinks at 7 p.m. If I hadn't had the facts, I may have doubted myself and I may have caved into his persistent and brutal insistence that I had huge problems with paranoia, and he was 100% telling me the truth, both times, of course, and always had, of course, which in itself was not true. Infidelity about ex-girlfriend pornography that he promised was deleted had previously happened, as well as other things. Thank goodness I had enough self-healing and power under my belt at the time to cut the relationship immediately, go no contact, and never look back. I'm relaying this story to you for a very good reason, to save your soul if you're put into a similar position. Once we know someone is capable of cheating, lying, and projecting, which may even include accusing you of cheating, this person is drastically unhealthy to be with. That is what narcissists do and how they behave, and all of us deserve so much better. So in closing, my absolute suggestion to you is to choose healthy people with credibility and integrity, and who take responsibility for their actions and who care about and support others. This person may have been previously sexually exploitative, but who are they now? Do they tell the truth? Do their actions match the words? Do they care about the well-being of others? Are they generous instead of doing life in relation to what they can get? Those are lovely indications of people who are unlikely to cheat. Don't stay in relationships with people who lack integrity. Not only will you not respect these people, but you also won't feel safe to be with them. And it's likely you'll end up suffering what your gut was telling you all along. We think we can change people into being decent people, but who they are at their core is who they are at their core. If your gut goes off, then reserve your right to ask, investigate, and seek the truth. If this person resists and refuses and projects, then truly be a detective. You may be supplied with exactly the truth that sets you free. Even if you don't receive the proof, get out. Things are only going to get worse. So I hope this video has helped empower you and get clear. And please know, I understand how hard it is when we're hooked in to let go of somebody who we desperately need to end it with. And this is where my inner transformational resources can help you so much, granting you the inner shift to get strong enough to end the torture, get away and stay away from cheating narcissists, and help you heal yourself enough to align with decent, real people with wholesome sexual morals and true integrity. So, to get this process started, you can sign up for my free 16-day recovery course, as well as receive the invitation to my workshop, which will give you powerful relief. And you can access this by clicking the link at the top right of this video. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you like and subscribe so you get notified as soon as each new video is released. So until next time, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there's nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.